Hi, good morning everyone. Very happy to be invited for giving a talk at this session and happy to start as the first day, first show. So my topic is teaching in a crowded OPD and I feel it is absolutely a must, and it is not just me, but we'll go through a little bit of literature also. So this was a study that was published of around 1600 medical students, and they were asked a question like, what suggestions do you have for improving the attractiveness of internal medicine? And their suggestion was, most frequent suggestion was increase in the ambulatory care experience for them, that is increase in the OPD. So that is a primary thing what any kind of medical student would be looking for. Why such? So as we know, Sir William Osler had told that medicine is learned by the bedside and not in the classroom, and let not your conceptions of disease come from words heard in the lecture or room or read from the book, but you have to see them, reason it out, compare and control. So when we attend a crowded OPD, we see a lot of variety of cases, and we learn first-hand patient care, including history taking, clinical examination, a differential diagnosis and treatment. He had also said that he who studies medicine without books sails an uncharted sea, but he who studies medicine without patients does not go to the sea at all. And we also learn about various aspects of clinical management of the patient. We observe how the consultant sees the patient, how the consultant talks to the patient. So all these things are very, very important in our day-to-day practice. And also we develop good amount of communication skills and also learn about an effective doctor-patient relationship, because a good physician treats the disease, but the great physician treats the patient who has the disease. So there's a lot of placebo effect also that is involved when we see an ambulatory patient. So that is what we learn when we observe our consultants talking to the patients. Now, of course, the challenge for the clinical educator or the teacher is to create an opportunity and space for meaningful dialogue with the students in a very heavy and crowded OPD. So I'll go through some of the points that can be done actually. So we have to define the learner's objective. Like the teacher can outline the expectations, like the number of patients what the student can see. If the consultant sees 100 OPD, not necessary that the student has to see all the patients. He can see a limited number of patients. The time that the student spends with each amount of patient, and any specific clinical examination that should be done in the patient. Like we can just tell our students, like, I'd like to see only 2 patients this morning. Take 15 or 20 minutes for each patient, and when you are done, you come back to me, and then when we have a break, we can discuss about the clinical examination and evaluation of the patients. And there are multiple teaching ways, methodologies can be applied. Either we prime the student, that is, for each patient with a new problem, we can go through differential diagnosis, like a patient coming with a circumcorneal congestion. So there are very few differential diagnoses like a uveitis or a corneal ulcer. So those things can be discussed. Or even for a patient who comes for a follow-up visit, for a post-cataract visit, we can just discuss whether what are the early and late post-operative complications that can be expected. The other method is, of course, modeling, that is more effective, in which the teacher simply thinks out loud. When we are observing the patient, we think out loud. We tell what are the differential diagnoses that are possible, and why and how we rule out each of them and come to a final diagnosis. And it really helps patient flow through a busy clinic effectively and provides a nice balance to the question answer style of examination. And this was another study that was done to assess the effectiveness of a teacher. And there they found that the most important characteristic of ambulatory care teachers was that they were actively involving the learners or the students. So to conclude, one of the strengths of ambulatory education is the opportunity for learners to interact with the patients and also along with the teachers, and to model what they enjoy most about the medicine. And when the teacher asks questions, presents general rule to the students and model interactions, it creates a very brief opportunity for them to interact. And not only do learners learn about the specific rules but also about the general rules for management of a patient, and asking questions and modeling interaction helps teachers share themselves and their love for medicine with the learners. Thank you. Sorry for overshooting.